Hey friends, it's been over 8 months since I last updated you, and I wanted to give you a little idea of where I've been, why I haven't been posting any videos, and what's going on in the world of Larimore Studios. 8 months ago, we moved from San Diego to Raleigh, North Carolina, or a little area called Fuquay-Varina. And as we did that, I had to navigate a ton of different things. And a lot of things have changed, especially for my video production company. So I wanted to kind of dive into what that is and even this space that we're in today. So something that was happening before we moved from San Diego to North Carolina is my video production company was really starting to slow down. And as I talked to a bunch of different friends I have in the video production world, I started noticing that lots of different video companies were getting less inquiries for videos. Project budgets were slimming down. They were getting a lot more no's than they used to, myself included. And a lot of our past clients just stopped calling. It was this pivotal time where we moved from California. One of the biggest blessings that we had, and I know a lot of people don't have, is we moved from a more expensive place, sold our house, and moved to a less expensive place. And so that enabled us to have some financial buffer to figure out where things are going. After moving, I did some legwork to try to get the video production company back on its feet in North Carolina. We still have a few of our main clients in California, and we were trying to figure out what could we do to keep things going. Now, at this point, I still had my full-time video editor, Jacob. Jacob had been amazing. He was such an incredible addition to the team. He was a great editor. I know I'm saying was, so you're going to probably have a hint of what happened here. But I really spent July, August, September trying to figure out how can I keep him on. Now, before I even moved, Jacob and I had conversations about the insecurity of the business as I moved. And I told him if he wanted to, he could, of course, go find another job. But I would try as hard as I could to provide enough for him as time went on. But after a few months, my family and just the transition required a lot more time than I expected with the move. And a lot of the projects that I thought were going to book didn't end up booking. So we got into this position where I saw the writing on the wall. It was unlikely I would be able to keep him full time. And so we got to the end of September and I ended up saying the only way I can give you a severance and give you hopefully 2-3 months to find the next thing is if we end at the end of this month. So starting October, I no longer had an employee and it was just me for the production company. Through that, I started to realize that I was investing in way too many things. I had multiple podcasts I was trying to run. I was trying to do this video production YouTube channel. I had another channel called Excursion Family that was my family channel where I was doing stuff. I was thinking about buying businesses. I was looking into buying a company. I was coming up with other different ideas for podcasts. I wanted to create more content on this channel as well as other channels. And I just felt stuck. I felt overwhelmed. And I honestly didn't feel like I could do anything well. And so that made me pause, reflect, spend some time in the Word and in prayer, just trying to decide where is the best place to invest. And so that's when I really took some time to evaluate what are the right things to invest in. And the hard thing is what's the right things to say no to. One of those things for the time being was the video production YouTube channel, this channel here. And I had different videos I wanted to create, but I knew I needed to pause. And so where we are today, jumping ahead a little bit, is I'm still running my video production company, Larimore Production Co, but I'm not actively trying to grow it. And there's a few reasons for that. One, I found that it was really difficult to scale the company. While I added employees and started growing my revenue past that 100, 200 into the 300,000 range of revenue, my personal income wasn't growing. The company continued to eat up that income. And that wasn't sustainable for my family as we wanted to grow and build things. And that's ultimately what led me to starting a putter company in the golf industry, which we also shut down this last year. A lot has happened. We also had different YouTube channels and different things we were trying to create just to bring more income growth, which was hard to do. So where I'm currently at is I'm maintaining my current video production clients. And as past clients come back that it makes sense to work with, I'm now sending local teams in San Diego often to go film and produce these campaigns for me while I manage, do all the pre-production, the planning, the project management from here. And I'm actually sending some of those projects to my editor, Jacob, who's now doing freelance and then doing some of the editing myself. That brings us to this studio space. So I went from a 1,200 square foot studio to now a couple hundred square foot, 2-room micro studio, let's call it, in the middle of a warehouse. It is not ideal. The only thing that is ideal about this space is it's the cheapest space I've ever rented. It's just a couple $100s a month. And that's through a connection I had from meeting someone at a local coffee shop. But the primary reason for getting this space was 1, to have a place to film outside of our house, and 2, to store some equipment and gear so it doesn't take over our house. So while I don't expect a ton of people to watch this video, this isn't a super clickable thumbnail and title video on YouTube. For those of you who have stuck around with me for the past 1, 3, 5, even 10 years on this YouTube channel, my hope is to just give you an idea of where things are going. So for now, you're likely not going to see many videos come out because the majority of my focus is going to my coaching business and my current clients with the video production company. But I will be creating more content for the coaching business. So I'll try to put some links down in the description when I start posting. But if you want to follow me on LinkedIn or our new Instagram account, it's Greg Helton, or we're going to also have a YouTube channel, which I'll link down below. That's where I'm going to start sharing a lot more about my small business coaching. And hopefully there will be some things that are very helpful for you if you run a video production company there as well. My hope is to also create some content for this channel about what I learned in creating a video production company, why I kind of decided to pump the brakes and not rebuild that here in North Carolina, and where I see things for the future. So if you have any questions, if there's things that you're curious about in your video production career that you're wanting to learn, whether that's getting to your first 100,000 in revenue or scaling up to 300,000 in revenue, kind of 300, 350 range was our cap. Ask me those questions down in the comments, and if I have time, I would love to answer them. But ultimately, my hope is that you can keep moving forward, being productive and not being filled with fear with the economy where things are at in the state of video production, but continue to move forward and learning. Take as much time you can in this season to learn, upskill, learn new skills, learn about AI video, but also what tools can aid you as a creative and a marketer. And as this channel slowly drops videos, let us know how we can help you. Because my goal here is to be a support, because I know how hard it is and how isolating it can be to be a solopreneur running a video production company. And for those of you who are curious about coaching or want to have an introductory call, reach out to me, send an email, or visit my LinkedIn. And that's a great place to reach out and see how I can help you ultimately try to grow your business. Thanks as always for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be.